Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So over past 24 hours or so I have received a constant stream of questions which are definitely confusing a fair amount of players. And now rather than answering each of them individually, I figured out that if I am actually getting that many messages, then there are a lot more people who would possibly could use this information, and it gives me a chance to address all of them at once. Not to mention that I can just pass them the link to the video next time they ask something. Big brain time. Right, so the questions that we will answer in today's video is all about Summer of Pain. How rewards work, how Kabam will mess over Cavalier players, how many fights you're gonna have to do you have to do them every week, how to get points exactly, do you need to solo the fights, and can you use champion and power boosts? Right, so let's start with how the rewards are working exactly. And for that, we're gonna jump right back in the game. And the very quick and simple explanation is that you do not get all the milestones. This is exactly the same method that Alliance Quest uses. So if I'm going to go to Alliance Quest, and perhaps that will be easier to understand for this context. So let's just quickly pop in Alliance Quest. And most people have gotten used to already to the reward system of your peak milestones. The more points you get, the higher peak milestone you reach. And once the event is over, you get whatever rewards are in the peak milestone which you have earned. In the case of Alliance Quest, it takes you 5 days. As we can see here, it is going to be 1 day and 1 hour left. In case of Summer of Pain, it takes 77 days. So the rewards are great, without doubt. However, it isn't as great as some people have thought initially. You do not get every single milestone. You just get the highest one that you manage to reach. And that is about it. However, nonetheless, no matter where you end up, there are some very juicy rewards in there. I don't think anybody can deny that. For, in my opinion, what is going to turn out to be relatively reasonable amount of effort to the mid-tier brackets. So that is exactly how rewards work, exactly the same way as Alliance Quest does. It's going to take 75 days till we actually get anything at all from these things. Right, now that we have discussed the reward system, let's go back to our main screen and how Kabam will mess over Cavalier players. So, we are all very happy that Cav players have access to this event, and they have the ability to earn a very significant rewards in form of tier 5 CC catalyst, fragment, selector things, and Nexus 6-star crystals and all of that other stuff. However, Cavalier players are still being disadvantaged in this event in a very, very meaningful way. In order for me to explain exactly how it is going to work, I need to jump back in the game here. And you see, Cavalier players can only reach 6th milestone as a maximum. And at 6th milestone, you will be able to acquire 6-star class Nexus Crystal Selector and 75% of tier 5 CC fragments in selectors. That is as high as you're going to go. The explanation for that is because you need 9 points to get the milestone 6. And the answer to one of the next questions, I should have arranged them better, is that there will be 9 fights. We can see that you get 1 point for finishing a quest, as in beating a boss. And then you get points for completing each of Summer of Pain objectives. However, Cavalier players will not have access to these objectives. Therefore, you can do the quests, you can do the fights, but you can't contend for the highest rewards. Now, keep in mind that these objectives are only gonna come in play starting week 4. So you still have 3 weeks to become Thronebreaker if you are on the verge of it. And luckily, July 4th is thereabout at around that time. So you could potentially have enough time to kind of do the first 3 fights where there will be no objectives to begin with, so you're not missing out on anything, become Thronebreaker in week 4 or before week 4 starts, and then you will get the chance to compete for the highest amount of rewards that are in there. So that is unfortunate that cow players will not have access to these summoner milestones, but again, keep in mind that you still have 3 weeks to do something about it. So this is the point where if you feel like you are skilled and capable enough to potentially tackle these challenges, or at the very least you want access to these challenges, then you can take it in 2 different ways. You can be very upset that Kabam is once again mistreating you, or you can start grinding, start pushing, start doing whatever you can to become Thronebreaker. So that is unfortunately what Kabam will put you through now. But this is as good of a push as any, I would say, for you to become Thronebreaker right now and rank up that Groot if you have to. Either way, the next question, how many fights? So this one's very quick and very simple. There will be 9 fights, 9 weeks in a row, 1 fight each week, 1 quest consisting of 1 fight, just like we saw right now. Do I have to do them every week? Yes. Each and every single individual fight is going to disappear once the timer is over and the next one will appear. Unlike, let's say, monthly rifts that we are doing right now, where all the previous quests remain until the end of the event and you can choose whenever you want to do them, it is not so in this case. Whenever a quest appears, it will last 7 days, and after 7 days it's going to disappear. If you do not complete that quest, or if you do not complete objectives that will be related to that quest, you will miss out on points and respectively will lose the chance to get to the highest milestone. So depending how seriously you're taking this event, you definitely do not want to skip a week. You want to make sure that you do every single quest every single week if you are capable of doing it. How to get points exactly, we kind of covered this one already. We're going to be getting points by completing the quest, which can award us maximum of 9 points, because there will be 9 quests, 9 fights. And that leaves us with 18 different solo objectives. And once again, let's take a look at the rewards in game here. So you can also kind of calculate how many of these at the bare minimum you will want to complete, depending which rewards you would be satisfied with. So as I said, milestone number 6 you just get by completing all the quests. Then for milestone number 7 you need to do 2 objectives. Then for milestone number 8 you need to do 4 objectives, so forth and so further. So for instance, if you have been unable to complete one of the objectives, then automatically it means you cannot get more than 26 points. It means even getting 26 points will not get you the final milestone, and there is no point in getting 24th, 25th, and 26th point. So it's very important to understand that if you miss out on 1 point from one objective, then you can automatically put another 2-3 objectives on back burner because they will not matter potentially. But obviously you do not know how difficult each of these objectives is going to be. So if it is possible at all for you to do, I highly recommend that you do every single one of them, because we are not going to be able to see them in advance. Therefore, we will not know which ones we will be unable to do. But that is kind of the idea. If you're not able to complete one of the objectives, it's still not end of the world. You can qualify for milestone number 10, which still gives two full tier 5 class catalyst crystals, which still gives 6-star class Nexus selector thing, which still gives you 50 generic 6-star 6 stones. Yes, you miss out on tier 6 basics and some tier 3 alpha fragments, but you get vast majority of the stuff there. Let's jump to the next one. Do I need to solo these fights? No. That's very simple, easy, and straightforward. Few people were confused, and it's a very, very quick question. You can unit man your way through these fights. If you have more money than you have skill, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You can just load yourself up with 30 revives and you can push through if you choose to do so. None of these fights have to be solos. None of these fights have to be perfect, unless there will be a solo objective that states otherwise. But other than that, you can revive, you can chip away at any given fight if you are struggling with it. And the last question, fairly simple here. Can I use champion and power boosts? Yes. Unlike Summoner Showdown, which was a competition, this is an individual event. There is no competition. There are no rank rewards, nothing like that. Therefore, use of champion and power boosts, well, it's not prohibited. So if you are struggling with these fights, there's absolutely no shame in putting up a 30% champion boost, 20% attack boost, putting on like a class power boost and just doing your best. And again, you can just revive if you mess up. And I'm sure that if you apply yourself, then at the very least, so far, the first fight that has been shown is definitely doable, even if you are not the most skilled player in the world. It's a lot to do with your personal commitment to pushing this event as well. And that is about it. If you do have any more questions, feel free to ask them. I will do my best to answer them, or somebody else in comment section will. But I do hope you guys found this video useful. And if you did, well, then hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the other good buttons. As I said before, I will be doing my best to get the maximum amount of rewards, upload guides for each and every single fight that will appear in this event, just like I did with the rogue fight. And yeah, you probably don't want to miss that, so make sure you hit that notification bell. See you guys. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about